Oh, everybody was good, man. It was good. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh Elohim, man. Let's go. All praises to Yahweh Elohim, the Heavenly Father, the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, and the God of all gods, man. Let me tell you something. Hey, Yahweh been letting me know things day by day lately, man. These people, they funny, man. They real funny. Okay? And they want us to think that all this stuff is just fake and it has no substance, man. These people are just, they real funny, man. I'm going to tell you that for a fact. I'm going to tell you that for a fact, man. People funny. So, people say the Bible was fake and this, that, and the other, and blah, say, blah, and we don't know what to choose from the Bible. We need the Torah, we need this book and that book and this book and that book. We need to go back and find this information. Man, all praise to Yahweh. That we know we can feel His Spirit. Ain't got nothing to do with no man reading no book. Because let Yahweh be true and make me a liar. Because if I'm lying, the Lord could just take my spirit right now, man. I'm not listening to nobody else's channel, not all this other, we need to do this. Like, I was listening to another brother's channel, right? And I'm not going to say his name, because that's lame. So he was basically having a discussion about multiple wives, right? And then because like a lot of these brothers, they want to know about that scripture, the Isaiah 4:1. What you have to understand is the reason why all those women are going to cleave to a man of Yahweh is because they're going to be scared. They're scared. Okay, you will have men wanting to cleave unto you, not like no gay shit, but they're going to be wanting to be safe and be around you. Because, why? Because Yahweh's hand is upon you. That's why He said, remember, when the prophets were walking through the city, the plagues, the prophets were never taken out of it. The prophets were there when the plagues were popping off. Okay? So he was saying, we going to get multiple wives. And he was like, we got brothers in the truth that women are already into. We going to get multiple wives. Now, I wasn't arguing with the brother was saying. We all have opinions. We supposed to have opinions, man. We supposed to discuss, but this is what I'm saying. Do you really think you're going to be in the woods, walking through the woods, trying to get away from civilization? Because you got because now there's lawlessness going on. There ain't no law no more. There ain't no police. Okay? There's no police. There's no EMS. There's no fire department. There's no search and rescue. There's no crime victims unit. Well, there's no special victims unit. There's none of that. At that moment, at that time, you are on your own. So what are you going to do? They say, it's a missile coming, or it's something coming. You got 8 hours. You got 8 hours, if not 12 hours. You got 8 to 12 hours to evacuate the city, and they're going to try to block off the roads. What are you going to do? That's the question. People always trying to, we going to have niggas. So you going to tell me you're going to be having a trail of 200 or 300 women following behind you in the woods while you trying to get away from special ops motherfuckers, and you trying to duck drones, and the drones got night vision and heat vision and thermal, right? So you telling me you gonna be trying to get out of civilization while you being chased by murderers and rapists and serial killers, and you wanna have a whole bunch of women trailing behind you. No Wi-Fi, no fast food restaurants, no Michael Kors, no Gucci bags, no Louis bags, right? No more stores to buy no weed. No weed, no alcohol. No Housewives of Atlanta. All the other demonic shows, no TikTok, they ain't got none of that. Because ain't gonna be no Wi-Fi once they hit that grid and they hit this joint with an EMP, bro. Ain't gonna be no Wi-Fi. What you talking about? What you mean ain't gonna be no Wi-Fi? You talking about some, oh, we wanna have all these women. Nigga, and what you gonna do with them? What the fuck you gonna do with them? What? Have sex with one of them and get, nigga, you gonna be, your mind not gonna be on fucking, your mind gonna be on getting up out of there, nigga. You trying to get away from civilization because that's where all the danger gonna be. That's why he said, woe unto them that are in the city. Because the city got all type of predators and creeps that's gonna come out on that day, man. And you hauling them out, having a bunch of women, cook, man, nigga, get up out of here. You talking about, oh, in the kingdom, we gonna have all these women. Nigga, the Most High said in the kingdom, because, nigga, in heaven, like my nigga in heaven, the Lord say, they are like the angels. You're going to be like the angels in heaven that neither marry nor are given in marriage. Yahweh just said, it ain't no sex in heaven. The angels, so what you saying, angels that's in heaven are having sex? Nigga, angels don't need to have sex. They created beings. They perfect. So why would they need to have sex? There ain't no need to have sex. There's no need. Right? So why would we need to go to heaven and have sex? It doesn't make sense. We got to repopulate the earth. Well, that's going to happen. What's going to happen in righteousness? Then you got the other brothers going to talk about something. Well, if y'all man going to have wives, I want to have wives too. Ain't going to be no dykes in the kingdom. Ain't going to be no fags in the kingdom. Everything going to be done very much righteously in order. Ain't going to be no, we just, man, come on, bro. So, bro was on the live, and I had commented something, and then one of the other dudes that's in the comment, you know, they got their little memes. He gonna say, oh, this conversation only for kings. Nigga, you ain't no fucking king because you got a dick with a ball sack attached to the end. Oh, because you can make a bitch squirt, you a king because a bitch called you one. Nigga, you ain't no king until the Most High give you that rod of iron. Until he give you that power from on high. Until you could fly and you could pick up fucking tanks. Until you got the ability to have the power like Magneto. You could manipulate metal. Man, come on, bro. Stop playing, man. Come on, you a king. And you ain't no damn king. Y'all niggas have to wipe y'all ass properly. Still be having shit in the crack in your ass. Wonder why you got shit staining in your drawers. Man, come on, man. You know I'm not trying to go on niggas, but like our people, we had conversations like this. Who do you think the Illuminati or the so-called Illuminati? We are actually the Illuminati. They got they ways from us, right? Them having all these little secret meetings. Nigga, we had secret meetings. We got together, gathered together, and we gathered into like an undisclosed location. We actually sent out messengers to tell people, certain people here and there, to come gather at this location, and we'll go. And of course, we had people that tried to spy, but we would go to these locations and we would have these discussions. And everybody not going to agree with everybody, but we discussed. We sat down and talked with a big ass group of us. We had a secret meeting where we talked with each other, and we was like, "Hey, we got to figure out what we did that made Yahweh angry with us." And you had one of them say, "Yeah, you know, I think we should do this to help each other do that." You know. Not sit around and say, oh, you a snake in the grass because you don't agree with what we saying. Nigga, being in the kingdom is not fucking 100 bitches. and making a bunch of kids, nigga, you can barely pay your rent. Like, y'all niggas can barely make rent. Like, half of us can barely keep a job. You damn about beat the hell out of your supervisor or cuss them out. Half of y'all can barely make rent, man. Y'all talking about some being in the kingdom and having 100 wives. Nigga, you can barely deal with the one you got. Taking you to child support, not letting you see your kids. You talking about something. Oh, we gonna have 100 more. Well, that may be for some, but, and that's another thing. I'm gonna talk about gangstalking too, but yeah, would you think, cause you can fuck a woman good and that make you a man because oh she dick whip niggas just like women get dick whip, niggas get pussy whip. So this is 50-50. And you, I mean, we know we're not women, you know what I'm saying? But man, we different creatures. You know, I bro gonna try to say, oh, if you 30 years old, you 30 years old and you ain't married, there's something wrong with you. Nigga, have you looked around you? This is Babylon. I don't want no Babylonian woman. The whole earth is Babylon, man. No, nigga. We in captivity. The Lord said, the Most High said, rise you up. Rise you up. And go on your way, for this is not your rest. You talking about getting married, nigga. This motherfucking missile's about to come up over this jump, man. You talking about getting married? What, to a demon? You know, like what? Get married to a demon? Right? Y'all talking about, oh, you need to get married. If a dude is that young, he this and that, and he not married, he need it. Man, that's garbage. I'm like, man, that is garbage. And I'm gonna tell you that right now, this garbage. How you gonna say, oh, nigga, when you a man of the Most High, it is very strategic for you to be alone, man. When actually you never alone, the Most High always there. But to find a woman that's definitely in order and she's not a whore, that's why I like it. Like a lot of all of the men back in ancient times, they wanted virgins because man, these women they wicked as hell. How the hell you gonna find more wife? And then, like even Solomon said, among 700 women, I ain't find there one. He said, I'm still looking for a good woman. But he didn't say that about the men. He don't want no gay shit. He said men that he can trust, that's trustworthy, honest. Out of 100 men, he found one. So it's a number. It's gonna be a very small percent of men that's gonna be righteous. Out of the good women that's gonna be righteous, it ain't none. You basically said it ain't none. And all the ones that's trying to be righteous, that's living righteously, it's like they still teetering. Just like the men that's trying to be righteous, they still fighting Satan, man. So anyway, I'm sitting there thinking, what has all this got to do with it? Gangstalking. Now, I asked myself, when I started going through this phase, I said, man, what is this? Because first, you got to understand, you not just in this thing or you overcome it and they leave you alone. Brother, you in this program until you die. The kingdom of darkness has waged war against you. Brother, you've been targeted since birth. I've been targeted since birth. You wonder why? We can't be around nobody. There are some people that also believe in God. And it's like, sometimes you get near them, you can feel it sometimes. But it's like, y'all be flooded out by these demonic hordes that's out here. You go to work around them, you live around them, you married to them, somehow family members, gang stalkers, Our parents gang stalkers, right? Come on, man. When you are a chosen individual, right? You can't be around a lot of people. You cannot trust anybody. We're not saying everybody, but we know we have to keep ourselves what? Set apart from this place. The Lord say He wants His people to be set apart. And we got Gentiles that was going through, but the main people that this was set up for was what? Israelites. Okay? And this also takes me to the supernatural element of it. Now, all of our gangstalkers are definitely not human. All of them, they are not human. You think I'm deadly serious about this. All of our gangstalkers are not humans. Right? They're not humans. They're not humans. So it's like, who or what are the men in black? I've had an encounter with these people, and it kind of scared me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was shook up a little bit. Let me go to my scripture. Hang on. Hold up. My bad, y'all. This has to be brought out here. Hang on. Hang on, y'all. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Because I want to try to address something to you. The book of truth. Hold on, y'all, hold up. I'm trying to find that one. Hang on. Because I'm going to tell you something. And these creatures that ride around in these UFOs up there, they're called wickedness. Those things are wickedness in high places. Don't they fly around in the sky? Don't they inhabit the other dimensions? That's why in certain times you can catch them on camera, because I don't think that they like the camera. Because, okay, here we go. They say, okay, this is Ephesians 1:15. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to start at 1. Listen, no, let's start at 3. Listen to this. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Yahweh ben Yahweh. Hold up. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Yahweh ben Yahweh. Hey, who has blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places. In Yahweh ben Yahweh. Now God is doing all this. What it's saying. According as He have chosen us. See, look, wait a minute. According as He have chosen us in Him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before Him in love. having predestined us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh ben Yahweh to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. Now, wait a minute. So, if God was dealing with us, he would have just destroyed it because he's too powerful. His frequency is too much. That's why he had to send a man. Yahweh and Yahweh ben Yahweh are not the same entity, man. God is totally different. And don't be worshiping no Yahweh ben Yahweh. You worship Yahweh alone, man. His son said, the Most High said, the Messiah is basically your brother. He basically our big brother, man. It say, to the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved. Okay. In whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace, wherein he hath abounded toward us in all wisdom and prudence. Because we starting to think, we starting to use our brain. First we was in the world, we wasn't using our brain, we smoking and all that. We wasn't using our brains. That in the dispensation of the fullness of times he might gather together in one all things in Yahweh ben Yahweh, both which are in heaven and which are on earth, even in him. So God said he's going to use Christ to gather his righteous ones up, right? That in the dispensation of the fullness of times, this is the fullness of time, he might gather together in one all things in Christ, both which are in heaven and which are on earth, even in him, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestined according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will. Right? Flesh, they constrain you to be circumcised. It say, no. It say, it say that we should be to the praise of his glory, who first trusted in Yahweh ben Yahweh, in whom you also trusted. After that you heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that you believed, you were sealed with that Holy Spirit of promise. That's why you get up and go, it's like ain't nothing stopping you no more. Every time you get his word, you get amped up. It's like something, your whole body get charged up. It's not because, you looking, nah, we know Yahweh real. We know that he is the all. Because back in Enoch, they called him the all. Yeah, like I was saying, because in Enoch, they called him the all. Just say, and what is the exceeding greatness of his power to usward who believe according to the working of his mighty power? The Most High work things in your life. So according to his mighty power, you might have was praying and thought something, and then a couple, like 10, 20 minutes later, exactly what you were praying for happened. Or something very close to that. Right? Which he wrought in Yahweh ben Yahweh, when he raised him from the dead and set him at his own right hand in the heavenly places, far above all principality, right, and power, right, and might and dominion, and every name that is named, not only in this world, but also in that which is to come. Them things that's flying around in the sky, these so-called reptilians, man, they real. Those are devils, what the Bible calls devils. Dragons, serpents, right? And I believe, right, I was on the train one day looking up something about reptilians and what are they. And it went right to an encounter with somebody had. And right after that, as I'm getting off at my stop, it's like somebody shocked me with something in my chest, and I noticed everybody on the train was quiet. And I get off the train, it was like somebody had some type of device sitting in the distance, and they shocked my heart. And my heart locked in my chest. It was like a sharp ass pain right in my chest, and I got up, I got on the ground on one knee. I was like, oh my God. Oh my, I couldn't even breathe. Like, it felt like I was having a heart attack. And I'm noticing everybody on the train was looking weird. They got off the train. Nobody looked at me. People walked right past me as if half the people down there, the whole train were gang stars. And the Most High so awesome, I fought my whole way to my job, which was a hospital, by the way. Ain't that something? As soon as I got there, my supervisor and them, they looking at me all weird. They had this weird blank stare, like, and then I get there, my supervisor, he got on red shoes, and also that's something in gematria. The red shoes stand for they stepping in our blood, something about them stepping in our blood, right? And have put all things under his feet and gave him to be the head over all things to the church, which is his body, the fullness of him that filleth in all in all. Now wait a minute. Now everybody some people might can't sing, but some people, but you know, some of y'all can draw, some of y'all can't draw, but some of y'all can read Bible scripture, some of y'all can't read Bible scripture, some of y'all can rap, but it's not a rap like, but you can rap spiritually. Or not even a rap. Some of y'all you got different things, but it's all dedicated to the glory of Yahweh. Now listen. Now, this is what I see, because that brother Phil Snyder, there was so many people laughing at him and mocking that man and saying he was crazy and he's just a psycho. That man's a liar. He mocking the word. He didn't even say nothing about the Bible. He basically said, people were saying, oh, we didn't believe this guy. We don't think this guy is telling the truth. And I think he's a conspiracy nut. And yeah, but look at the circumstances around this man's life. Of course, if this man had that much access to this much information, he felt at some point, he was like, man, I gotta tell somebody this not right. I gotta tell my people upon this earth what's actually going on. Even if they don't believe it, I have to tell them. So if you basically like I was saying, if you basically tell somebody, oh, there's demons up on the ground in meat suits. They got advanced early craft flying around the skies, controlled by their mind, and they using different minerals and metals and crystals inside the earth to power up these craft, along with human fluids and their energy. You would think that If I wasn't in the truth, or if the Most High ain't wake me up and show me this, I would have thought somebody was crazy until some strange things happen to me. This is why we can't hang around. You tell somebody something like that, the first thing they're gonna say, "Oh, you crazy." Man, get away from that dude. There's something wrong. Let's look at him. He look crazy, right? Listen to this. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord Yah, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yah, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Now wait a minute. What's the wiles of the devil? Gangstalking. Flesh talking about something. Oh, if you 30 years old. Nigga, I'm damn near 30 years old. Man, fuck you niggas, man. The Most High don't, some people, he don't want them to be dealing with no fucking sex and shit and lust. He wants you to be single and clear-minded, man. You think life is about popping 100 bitches a day. Nigga, the Most High not dealing with you. Yeah, that's in the scripture, but nigga, the only reason these women are going to cleave unto you is because what? Because they scared. They're scared. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Now, what's the wiles of the devil? Gangstalking. Making you think everybody gangstalking are just humans. Nah, a lot of them not even humans. And one wild ass situation with one of these guys were talking about portals and about how some of them have access to portals, and I was like, man, what the fuck? I was like, they don't believe this nigga. Until one day where I was going to work and people would think I lost my mind. I'm walking. I get about in front of my building. I was like about 20 steps away from my job. I'm walking. I didn't see nobody, no car or nothing behind. I ain't see nothing behind me. I'm walking. Right? Turn around, I ain't see nobody. 5 seconds later, I turned around. One of the guys I work with just appeared behind me and he was looking weird. And I stopped. I think like I got on my phone, I'm like, and let him walk past me. I'm like, this motherfucker just appeared literally out of nowhere. I said, bro, there was nobody behind me. And YAHWEH is my witness, bro. That motherfucker was not there. I'm like, what the fuck? And I said, oh, so I said, this is a whole other shit here. I'm watching my surroundings. I made sure there was nobody behind me, bro. This nigga appeared behind me, bro. I'm talking about 5 seconds, I look, boom. Next thing I know, this nigga walking behind me. I stopped. I said, what the fuck? And he was looking at me like he knew that I knew. And Yash, Yash Karad, he was also talking about portals. About how Satan got his minions that they can use portals around this earth anytime that he needs them to use it. But they don't want to make it obvious. Bro, I asked, I said, YAHWEH, is this stuff real? And next thing I know, I turned around, this nigga popped out of nowhere. The Most High gave me my answer. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Now, a lot of these people look strange, and I noticed some of these people, I believe that some of them are actually clones. I have that's that dream I had when I was in my house. My old apartment that's down the way. Before we moved in this apartment, YAHWEH is my witness, man. If I'm lying, I could die in my sleep tonight. I'm sitting there. One day I was tired and I just sat on the couch and I just sat there and I laid back and I didn't even realize I was asleep. So as I went to sleep, I could feel myself drifting off, and it's like I know when I'm about to have an out-of-body experience. I just know. So I'm laying there. Next thing I know, I feel myself like drifting off, You know, I'm laying there, I feel myself like drifting off. Next thing I know, I'm laying there. I basically wake up. So I thought I woke up in my dream. I'll get up off the couch. I wasn't looking at nothing. I was like rubbing my face. Next thing I know, like, I stopped like this. And I said, I rubbed my face again. Because I went like this, and because I was like, at first I was like this, my face was down. Then I stopped because I felt like somebody or something else was in the room. So I'm like, the room was darkly lit, but the light from the window was shining in outside. So I looked up, and I swear, look, you know how that sudden feeling that you say you about to get shot or you about to get hit by a fucking bus. I had a rush of fear when I looked up. I saw two beings in my living room. And I'm looking at them because I'm like, I can't run. They already in the living room, standing on the other side of the living room. One of them was further in the back, while the other one was like sitting there. And I'm gonna describe how they looked. They had these black, like, they looked like swimsuits. They was black, like jumpsuit, but they wasn't jumpsuit. They was like made to fit on their body. It was black, and they had some kind of thing on the side of their vest, but I couldn't tell what it said. Maybe because the Most High didn't want me to see that, but I saw them very clear. And they was real skinny. I'm talking about, if I could reach up and grab one of them, I could like easily hurt one of them. Okay? But that wasn't all. So they was real like skinny and like frail and like, and they had fingers was real long, and from their neck on up, their head was big as fuck. It was big, but it was like the shape of a big ass, like a big ass egg, and it was like slightly a cone head, but it was like my head was bigger than my head, like it was like a cone head kind of, and it was big. And I noticed their skin was like grayish green. It was like, I seen like a slight scaly pattern. And they had bumps on their head, almost like some type of amphibian or a lizard. And I'm looking at them. Then I get up and back up. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck they are. What the fuck are these things in my living room? They weren't speaking or saying nothing. And their mouth was like real small. And I also noticed I could slightly see through them. Like they was transparent, almost like a spirit. And it was two of them. Then what made me more terrified, they started to float towards me. That's another thing. When these things move, they float along the ground. Their feet don't even touch the ground. They float like a spirit. And so my first thought was like, because my back was up against the door and they were still floating towards me slowly. My first thought, I'm gone. I'm gonna get out the door and leave. That's the thing I know. Another thought ran through my head like, nah, wait a minute. I gotta go save my family or make sure or tell them what's going on because I'm right here. Say I'm right here at the stairs. I'm right at the door, and the steps was going up that way. Like say this meeting, the steps was like going up that way. Right. As soon as I probably go up the stairs, I took that, and I looked up and I stopped because there was another one up at the top of the stairs. And but this one looked different. This one looked more like it was in charge. This one, it looked maybe lighter green, and it was like their height, but it looked different. This one, it had black eyes. Both of them had black eyes, but it was like they had like lighter black eyes. I don't know if they had to be goggles or something. But this one, I could see slightly reptilian slits up underneath, but the light from the room was like hitting me in a certain way. So, and it was looking down at the stairs at me like this, up under his cloak. It had like like the vampire cloaks. That's the type of cloak it had. It was red on the inside and black on the outside, but it was wrapped around his body. And this too had a big ass bulbous head, and it had black eyes. You know, the eyes weren't black. That one had slits too, but it was hiding through those goggle lenses. And I could also see that this thing had slight scales on his head, right? And it never spoke, but it looked, and it tilted its head to the side, and it looked like, why can't we get this one? Why can't, you know what I'm saying? It looked confused, like a dog, like it put his head to the side, like it was confused. Maybe because I woke up and I could see them. And I said, I gotta get out of here. Right as I thought that thought, the one on top of the stairs, it turned and went this way, and it floated toward the room. It floated in my sister in the room. It went through the door like a spirit. And after that, I woke up. I was like, what the fuck? Bro, those things are demons. Ain't no aliens, man. Those things are demons, man. Okay? And those were reptiles, man. Phil Snyder was talking about these things. Those things, he actually saw them, and those were the creatures that's actually running this world. Right? They actually running this world, man. And they want to make you think it's all about, races, listen. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. That clearly was not flesh and blood. And I believe those are the ones that's controlling this stalking stuff, spiritual stalking. They are at the top of this stuff, man. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And I was at work another day, and once again the Gangstalking continued there, but it was so bad at work where I would have to take off work for a day and hit the Gangstalking. The demonic activity was so bad in there. One day I said, screw this. I'm about to rebuke him and bind him. As I'm sitting there at one of I go to work, right, and I go to one of the meetings. My supervisor, and it's funny, he was a Freemason because he had the little ring on his finger. He was a Freemason. And at first I didn't even notice that until he put his hand on the table perfectly to let me see that he was a Mason. I don't give a fuck. But that let me know that, yeah, I got enemies out here. Right? No. These are enemies of YAHWEH. So I was sitting there. I didn't even say this out loud. I said it in my head. I said, get thee behind me, Satan. I rebuke you. Because I know there was remote neural monitoring, and remote neural monitoring is when they use them satellites to project your thoughts on the screen. So let me get into that. They can read your mind with this technology. As I was like, I rebuke thee. Get thee behind me, Satan, in the name of the Lord. The guy stopped. He looked at me. I kept going. I said, I bind every evil spirit and man and woman that's in this building. I bind every evil spirit that's been assigned to me. I bind every evil spirit of jealousy, any evil spirit of witchcraft, any spirit of sickness, any spirit of fear, any spirit of anger. I bind any evil spirit of deceit. I bind any evil spirit of jealousy and of murder. I did that, bro. I'm talking about everybody in the room looked my way and looked at me. First they was laughing and smiling, but then when I started doing it, everybody's face got serious, like, just stared at me. It got so quiet. I'm talking about, I said, oh my God. This is happening for real. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm surrounded by demons. I said, that's why I'm not coming. I be getting panic attacks and stuff because I'm around demons. This is how demons feel. You feeling how they feel. Demons bring that type of spirit around you. But when you're around an angel, you don't feel like that. You can feel them, but you don't feel fear. You feel safe. So, anyway, about the gangstalking. Right, and this is nothing. I'm gonna keep going. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. I was standing. I said, you know what? Ain't nothing else working. They want me to run home when they do this little thing. Want me to run and hide. I said, nah, I'm standing. I'm gonna rebuke you and I'm gonna bind you, bro. After I did that, everybody they just got out of the room. We stopped the meeting and everybody just left out the room. And so we gonna get everybody go to their work locations. And said everybody go to their work areas. Bro, everybody scattered. I'm telling you, they want you to think it's all about, no. It say, stand, therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, because I was doing this in righteousness. I didn't have nothing. I wasn't there doing nothing wrong. Even though at that time I was smoking weed, Yahweh understood, like, nah, leave him alone, man. And it's another thing about gangstalking, I gotta tell y'all, man. Listen to this. So, a couple months back, right, I had this dream, strange dream, about, I was going somewhere one day, right? It was me and this other guy. No. I was walking by myself one day. I'm walking down the street. I was going somewhere. I didn't know where I was going. So, as I'm walking, I see this other young guy. He looked like he might have been my age, but he had like a fade with the locks on top. You know that style. They got the fade, but they have the locks on like on the top. So I'm walking down the street and I saw this guy. He started talking to me, but for some reason I felt like I knew this guy. So he asked me a question. He was like, "Hey, where you going?" I said, "Oh, I'm about to go." I forgot where I said I was going. Ain't that strange? So the guy said, "Oh, I might as well go with you then." I said, "All right, bet." And I ain't even know him, but in the spirit, it's like my spirit knows. So I'm walking. So I asked Yahweh, I said, "Yahweh, what's going on in this dream? What is going on? Please show me what you want to." I said, "Yahweh, show me what you need to show me. Show me what I don't see. Show me how these people are attacking me and other people that's righteous, that's trying to cleave you, that's trying to run to you for protection." So peep this, y'all. I'm walking down the street. Listen, Christian, I'm walking down the street. And Prof, all y'all, listen, boy. Listen, bro. We walking down the street. We walk like 2 blocks. As we walking, I get this sensation, and then I heard this voice, like a real slight voice that said, "Look up." I look up, and it was like this. I'm looking. It was this real small dot way up in the sky, right? I'm looking at this dot, and as I'm looking at this dot, the dot seemed like it's getting closer and closer. And now I realized that it wasn't a dot. It was this black object, and it was getting very close to me. And then as I'm looking at it, I'm getting scared. And then the other guy looking at me, I could tell he was thinking the same thing. He was like, what the fuck? So as we walking, he looked at me and I looked at him. I said, bro, what the fuck is that? And in my mind, he said, I don't know. So as the thing got close, it turned out it was bigger than what it looked like. This thing was like so big, it looked like 3 buses put together. No, like 5, like 10 buses put together. It was a big ass computer monitor screen sitting in the sky right over top of us. It came down like, and it stopped right there. And it was like sitting there. So I said, what the hell is that? And as I thought that thought, right, I said, Yahweh, what is this? This object copied my thought and it projected it out. And it said, what the fuck is that? And the other guy, he thought another thought, like, what the hell in this machine? It like scanned him and it copied his thought onto the machine and it printed it. It printed a 3D holographic image of his thought. What the fuck? In 3D. So I said, that's how they gangstalking us. Remote neural monitoring, they breathing our minds, they printing out our thoughts on the 3D holographic image. Right after I thought that, the screen shot up in the sky real fast and like he got the fuck away from us, like we was figuring out something. So the guy looked at me, I said, bro, what the fuck? What's going on? What the fuck was that? And he said, man, I don't know. I said, man, let's get out of here. I said, all right, so we left. It was like, we walked like for like half a mile. We get to this building, right? Now peep this too, and peep this. So me and bro, we get in this building, right? So as we walking, we go inside the building. We see it's like a big clean office building, look real nice on the inside. And it's this office. And on the door it said something, I couldn't remember what the word said. So this guy came out and he said, oh, y'all can come in. I'm like, what? Who the hell is this guy? It was a fat, white, kind of slight chubby guy. So he had this like dark blue suit on. And he said, oh, right this way, please. And I'm like, what? So for some reason, I'm like, all right, let's go in his office and see what we're talking about. I went all the way down the hallway to his office, a long hallway. Right, went to his office, right? And it was 2 chairs. Me and the other guy went in there at the same time. So he went there, and I said, you know what, bro, nah. I told them, the guy called him in there, and he walked in his office. And this man had all these awards around. I couldn't see what it was, I couldn't remember. And the guy sat down, I said, nah, I ain't about to let you go in there by yourself, bro. I go in there with him. And we both sat down. He said, nah, y'all both is coming here. So he looked at us, he started smiling, just a weird, just like a strange smile. And he said, next thing you know, he said this, he said, so how do you boys, you like it? I said, like what? He said, you know, bro, sometimes, look, I'm gonna tell you, these dreams, they strange, but nah, Yahweh, when he wanna show you something, he gonna show you. So I'm in a dream. So we in this man's office, me and the other guy, but he was another Israelite, another so-called guy from the tribe of Judah. So anyway, the guy asked us, he said, you know, how do you like what you know? I said, I don't know. I said, so he asked me, he said, so do y'all like pornography? I said, what? I said, nah. I said, sometimes I might watch it, but I don't like it. He said, oh, okay. Then he said, excuse me. Then he said, do y'all like homosexuals? I said, what? Me and the other guy looked at him. He said, man, we getting the fuck out. I said, no, hold up. Let's see what the fuck you talking about, man. I said, dude, what the fuck you talking about? Then he said, do you like masturbating? I said, what? He just smiled. He said, you know what? Do you like? He said, do you like looking at women? Do you like having sex? I said, what? Oh, this strange question. And he handed both of us these contracts. He said, you know what? Here's these contracts, these papers. He said, it's for a job. Now listen, what I believe, that guy was Satan trying to make it seem like he was a human, right? And so we took these contracts. He said, he gave us pens. He said, look, sign it. Go ahead, sign it. Just go ahead. You know, it's a good contract. Just go ahead, sign it. I'm thinking this for a job, but then I realized, I'm in the dream, I said, hold up. So he said, y'all ain't gonna sign it? Y'all ain't gonna sign it? Come on, man. He said, come on, sign it. But it was like, he knew YAHWEH was with us. That's why he kept saying, man, just sign it. He kept making it like, yeah, quit, ain't gonna hurt me, just sign it. And he had a cigarette. He was smoking a cigarette at the same time. He's like, look, which was strange. I'm like, where the fuck he get a cigarette? The cigarettes appear out of nowhere. He said, sign it. So me and the other guy looking at him like, this dude is weird, man. He's making us want to talk about masturbating. And I said, this guy's weird, bro. So he said, oh, y'all ain't gonna sign it? And we was like, nah. And we said, all right, well, y'all just take it home and just look at it, okay? Take it home. And we said, all right, we'll take it home. But I was like, nah, we not signing it. Then the other dude was like, bro, let's just take it home and look at it, bro. I don't like this dude. I said, me neither. This dude's strange, man. Then we left out, and that's when we woke up. Okay? And it says this is Ephesians 15. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. We quench them fiery darts. We know that they gangstalking us by scanning our thoughts and putting them on a 3D holographic printer, man. We at war, man. We told y'all it's gonna be the race war is already starting. I watched the video. This family, this husband and his wife, they had this big ass mansion. I'm talking about they house looked like a fucking office building. It was so massive. And people was trying to, I guess, destroy their home. The dude came outside with an AR-15 and the lady had a pistol. And I'm like, y'all got that much money to buy a house like that? I said, come on, man. Nah, man. So I was like, man, what the fuck? And and the other guy was like, man, they just work hard all day life. You got people that just work hard. I said, work hard? I'm like, man. I said, man, work hard. Ain't nobody working. Bruh. I said, how much space would a person need to live in a fucking, that junk look like a whole building. That junk look like a big ass government building. Man, we living in some interesting times, bro. Come on, man. Another video of this lady talking about she called Child Protective Service to come and get her kids, and they came and got her. Talking about she ain't want to take care of her kids. She wanted to smoke weed and get drunk all day. Talking about she got tired of raising them kids. Man, we in the last days. When we see stuff like this, man, it's time, man. Yeah, but all praise to the Most High. I just had to get that out there, y'all. I had to get that out there. All praise to YAHWEH Elohim. Thank y'all, man.